Major Adam Lee the third, ADAMLEE the third.
What can you tell us about this first case?
Okay, back on July 21st, 2015, we had an incident that occurred near the Greyhound bus station involving a young mother and an infant child. The officers responded to a scene based on a call coming in that said that there was a baby at that location that was unresponsive. When they got there, they did find the baby unresponsive, a mother. They took the baby to Hugh Spalding, where the baby was pronounced deceased about 30 minutes after that. Based on it being sort of a suspicious circumstance, we waited for the autopsy report to be completed before we took full action. She's since been charged with murder of the child. The report came back stating that it was asphyxiation and also compression of the neck as a cause of death. There was also a red flag based on the toxicology report. There was a narcotic of some sort, maybe trace amounts of a narcotic in the baby's system that came back later that we've since got that information at a later time. So with all that information gathered, we decided that to move forward with murder charges against the mother.
Do you have any idea what the mother did to cause those injuries?
Not certain. I mean, all we can go on is what was the cause of death, asphyxiation, what that entails, and compression of the neck. It's pretty much self-explanatory. The method of how it was done is we're not completely sure about that.
Any idea why?
Not sure. All we know is that she was supposedly traveling from Greenville, South Carolina, to New Orleans. She laid over here in Atlanta for approximately 24 hours. In that time period, she missed two buses that she could have caught to New Orleans, failed to get on those two buses, walked around aimlessly. We saw her on video at several locations throughout that time period, and at some point the baby was deceased. So not sure what and how and where it was done.
Those kind of injuries would clearly indicate a conscious, intentional effort. Is that
Yes, sir. Murder. That's why she's being charged with murder, because that implies that there was some forethought connected to the crime.
So she's this woman's not local. She's not from the Atlanta.
No, she's not.
She's been charged here.
Yes, she's been charged here and incarcerated here.
And you believe the crime happened here in Atlanta?
Yes, we have every reason to believe it happened here based on our surveillance. Like I said, she was seen prior to the incident, and the baby was alive. We saw the baby on video walking at some point while she was here in Atlanta.
Major, when was she taken into custody?
She was taken into custody that very same day.
So she's been locked up since then?
Yes.
But charged today?
No, the charges she's already been charged. We just recently got the toxicology report back, and toxicology reports take an extensive amount of time. It doesn't come back like the next day after an autopsy, right?
Did you get any kind of toxicology or drug test or anything on her to indicate state of mind or anything? Have you?
No, we would have to have a warrant for that if we were to do something like that. So, no, we did not.
But, go ahead.
What's her name?
Her name is Alexis Washington.
Standard spelling?
Yes.
How old is she?
She is born in 1996, so that would make her late 96, 18.
She's 8. Oh.
How old was the child?
I believe the child was, I have to get back to you on that. I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that. But she's an infant.
Infant, not walking.
Well, walking, toddler.
And just to be clear, again, there was no visible sign of anguish or anything other than the typical mother thing there?
Right.
In other words, you had no obvious DUI? There's nothing?
No, I believe the child was about approximately 2 years old, but there was nothing. She was traveling by bus, so no reason to believe she was under the influence of anything.
When did you charge her? When did the murder charges come down?
The murder charges were based on us conferring with the DA's office and coming up with that. Actually, the DA's office recommended that even prior to the full toxicology report being returned. The toxicology report just helps us to confirm our suspicions even more so that there was some foul play involved.
So at this point, she is indicted for murder.
Not yet. She will be, most likely. The indictment will be processed.
So she's been booked and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
She's incarcerated and been charged with the crime.
And the new thing you have now is just the toxicology showing trace amounts of narcotics in the child.
Correct. And I can't divulge the actual narcotic at this point because it's still an investigation, and at some point she's going to be questioned about the actual brand that was found in the child's body.
You said toxicology reports weren't run on the mother. Did your officers observe any characteristics that may have indicated that she was under the influence of something?
No, we did not.
Any previous from Greenville, is that right?
Right.
Anything from them that indicates a record or a problem or?
No, we've been advised of some of her history, but nothing that, like I said, I could divulge at this point because it would be part of the investigation.
Accurate to say she has a history though?
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Northside Drive?
Okay. Concerning the incident that happened on Northside Drive last night, initially officers arrived at the scene, and they were told that there was some sort of gathering at the location. We have since found out that when the incident occurred, there was only 3 people there: a witness, the victim, and our suspect. Apparently, what we have learned that there was 2 guns involved in the situation. So the suspect, Brandon Stone, has since been charged with manslaughter as opposed to a murder charge, after we learned that the victim also at some point possessed a weapon during the incident.
Have both been discharged?
No, only one weapon had been discharged, and that was the weapon belonging to the suspect. But the witnesses indicated that the victim at some point had his gun, and there was some argument or disagreement, and both weapons were being held at the same time.
So this was a quick draw kind of thing. I mean, somebody pulled the trigger before the other guy.
Actually, if you read the statute for manslaughter, which indicates that there's a voluntary killing of a person, but no forethought involved, no malice involved. So pretty much that's what happened. The killing is not justified, but it's not a murder, if that makes sense.
And the punishment is, how's that different?
It's a lesser punishment. I'd have to look at the statute again. I'm not sure what the punishment is at this point. It appears that that the victim may have been just joking around, and the suspect took it more seriously.
Okay. Next up.
Thanks.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thanks. Thank you, Rob.
Afternoon. You all know how to spell my name. Officer Kim Jones, Kimjones, Atlanta Police Public Affairs.
Tell us about some of your concerns with the holiday weekend coming up in traffic in the city.
Well, this is every Labor Day. We have I would say maybe between 200 to 500, maybe 1,000 people that will be in the city this weekend. And some of the venues that the people will be going to is the Georgia Dome, Phillips Arena. I think they have some events over in Piedmont Park, in Centennial Park, and the Georgia World Congress Center.
And I assume that you have concerns about congestion and...
Well, of course, there's going to be traffic. And as always, we ask people to take MARTA to kind of reduce the traffic, be it train or by bus. And just for your viewers, on Monday, MARTA, whether you take the train or the bus, it will be free on Monday, just for Monday. But we encourage people to take MARTA. If they don't want to take MARTA, we try to encourage people to carpool to have a little less traffic. And as always, with our Clean Car campaign, to, don't leave purses in your car. Don't leave loose change in your car. Don't leave smart tablets and computers and that type of thing in your car. I always tell people, leave your car the way you bought it. There was nothing in it when you bought it, leave it like that when you get out of it.
What other public safety concerns do you have with so many people in the city ahead of this holiday weekend?
Well, I mean, it's, traffic, like we said, there's going to be a lot of people here. We have the Chick-fil-A Bowl. We have a Falcons game tonight, and there is a Georgia Tech game tonight. Georgia Tech plays Alcorn. And tomorrow, we have the Black Gay Pride starts today, and I think it goes through to Monday. We have a WNBA game on Sunday. So we have events starting today that will go all the way over until Monday, the actual holiday.
I'm sorry, are you assisting with Joe Biden's visit tonight, any roadblocks or anything like that?
You would have to talk to Secret Service about that. We don't get into giving the public any information about that. But they're probably around rush hour. There's going to be traffic during that time.
Any concerns though, I mean, some of these are, actually any event with that, are pretty volatile. So in addition to traffic and tempers and all of that, how are you all, I guess, deploying to try to keep things below the radar, so to speak?
Well, we're going to have on and off-duty people out. We'll have our motor units out, and our mounted patrol will be out, and then we'll have our partners out. People from Fulton County will be out there, Georgia State Patrol. So I think we're going to be well covered. I think we're always well covered.
So basically the full force is on, no one's taking the holiday off for APD because of all the events. Is that accurate? Or?
I don't think we canceled off days, but I think we are working 12-hour shifts.
You also, there's always the joke, but it's serious too, is the rest of the city. They're going to sit there and say, oh my God, nobody's covering my block or whatever. Can you put them in some kind of ease in terms of?
I mean, we're not taking officers out of the zone and deploying them just downtown or just at these venues. Like I said, we have on and off-duty people working. We have a lot of off-duty people that will be working at the Dome and some of the events that are taking place. Then in your neighborhoods, we will still have your beat officer that will be working. So we're well covered.